Hey everyone, let's jump right into it. Today, we're taking a deep dive into an absolute classic of personal development. But we're not just giving you a basic summary here in this explainer, we're extracting a highly actionable, fluff-free playbook straight from Napoleon Hill's 14 Principles of Success. If you want a structured, step-by-step guide to financial independence, you are exactly where you need to be. Let's get started. So it's the ultimate question, right? What is the actual secret to going from absolute poverty to becoming a millionaire? Well, the source material for our explainer kicks off with this wild origin story. The legendary industrialist Andrew Carnegie, who at the time was one of the wealthiest men on the planet, invited a young Napoleon Hill into his office. And Carnegie throws down this massive challenge. He basically asks, is there a universal, repeatable formula for wealth that literally anyone, from any background, can use? And he offers to introduce Hill to the richest people in the world to find out. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. Carnegie told Hill, I'm not going to pay you a single dime for this work, just basic travel expenses. Now, honestly, most of us would have laughed and walked right out the door. But Hill actually took the deal. He ended up spending the next 20 years of his life interviewing hundreds of the world's most successful people entirely unpaid. He systematically studied them to prove that success isn't just random luck, it's a process. And that exact process is what we're unpacking today. To keep things super practical, we've organized Hill's formula into 5 clear phases. Phase 1, the blueprint. Phase 2, the daily bridge. Phase 3, the career engine. Phase 4, the shield. And finally, Phase 5, turning thoughts into things. All right, let's jump straight into Phase 1, the blueprint. The text makes this crystal clear. If you're just wandering aimlessly, you are never going to reach the finish line. Simply wanting more money doesn't cut it. You actually have to follow these 6 exact steps. 1, decide the absolute exact amount of money you want. 2, decide exactly what you're willing to give in return, because there's no such thing as something for nothing. 3, set a hard timeline. 4, create a clear plan and start right now, even if you don't feel ready. 5, write all of this down in a single clear statement. And 6, read that statement out loud twice a day. Seriously, maybe pause this explainer right now and actually write your goal down. Got it written down? Great. Moving on to Phase 2, the daily bridge. So this is where we actually bridge the gap between what you consciously want and what happens in the real world. The source introduces this incredibly powerful concept called autosuggestion. Look, just mechanically reading your goals out loud like a robot, that's going to do absolutely nothing for you. Autosuggestion is the bridge connecting your conscious mind to the engine of your subconscious. To actually reprogram your brain for success, you have to mix your thoughts with deep emotion and absolute belief. Your subconscious is running 24/7, but it only really pays attention to thoughts that you genuinely feel. To put this into practice, you need a highly specific daily routine. First off, find a quiet space where nobody's going to bother you. Next, read your written statement aloud. But here's the key. As you're reading, you have to actually visualize already having the money. Close your eyes, see the exact amount, and let yourself feel the emotion of possessing it right now. You need to repeat this exact sequence every single morning the second you wake up and every night right before you fall asleep. Memorize this sequence, make it completely non-negotiable until your subconscious mind basically locks onto that picture of success. Which brings us to Phase 3, the career engine. To build this engine in the real world, you really have to grasp the difference between general knowledge and specialized knowledge. General knowledge is awesome for, being the smartest person at a dinner party, but it is not going to make you rich. Specialized knowledge, that is the true unique currency of wealth. To actually gather wealth and become financially independent, you absolutely must acquire specialized knowledge in whatever specific field you're offering a service or producting. But what happens? And this happens a lot, when your goal requires specialized knowledge that's just way beyond your own abilities. Well, that's when you build what Hill calls a mastermind. Think of a mastermind as a group of people working in perfect harmony toward a specific objective. It is literally the ultimate career accelerator. By surrounding yourself with people who have the specialized skills that you lack, you're multiplying your own power. Just make sure it's a two-way street. Every single person in the group needs to be getting genuine value out of the relationship. Okay, let's look at Phase 4, the shield. The data here is wild. Hill gathered info from over 25,000 people, and it shows that a lack of persistence is the absolute #1 killer of success. Willpower and consistency, that is your shield. To keep that consistency going, you need 4 essential things. First, a burning desire backing your goal. Second, a precise plan backed by continuous action. Third, you have to tightly defend your mind against all negativity. And yes, that includes well-meaning but negative friends and family. And fourth, you rely on the support of your mastermind group.
You've got to remember that temporary defeat is not permanent failure. I mean, Thomas Edison famously went through 10,000 failed plans before he finally got the light bulb right, but he never quit.
You kind of have to think about poverty or just a lack of success like a literal black hole. It has this massive gravitational pull. If you decide to rest or delay decisions, or if you just lose your persistence, that black hole is going to pull you right back in. The data shows that highly successful people make decisions incredibly fast, and they change them very, very slowly, if at all. Unsuccessful people, they make decisions slowly and change their minds constantly. Your daily habits and your unyielding persistence, that's the escape velocity you need to break free from that gravity.
And that brings us to the climax of our explainer, the final phase, turning thoughts into things.
If you boil down the entire philosophy of this source material, it lands on this one powerful phrase. Thoughts are things. Whatever you consistently hold in your mind, whatever you mix with deep emotion, and whatever you back up with precise, continuous action, it physically translates into reality. Your thoughts, when they're truly backed by belief, literally dictate your destiny. Does it require hard work? Absolutely. But the hard work has to start with the right thoughts and the exact right planning.
So I want to leave you with a thought to really chew on. Earlier, we talked about the blueprint. We talked about deciding on an exact number. So what is your exact amount? Seriously, don't let this just be another explainer that you passively listen to and then just forget about tomorrow. Take action. Write your number down right now. Decide exactly what you're going to give in return. Start your auto-suggestion routine tonight. The formula is literally right in front of you. Will you take that first step today?